So last week I set out to complete a 3-day fast. A complete fast in which I only drank water and no food. One of my friends from back home asked, why? Like, why would you do that? That's ridiculous. That's not healthy for you. That's not good. And I said pretty much like, what's a man that doesn't seek to understand the human side of him? We live in a world where everybody is consuming something. We're indulging in everything. You know, our ancestors a long time ago they weren't exposed to the gluttony that we have today. And I'm not just talking about food, I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about social media, instant gratification. I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I want to eat that, drink that, smoke this, and we have access to it. So we're constantly taking in, constantly taking in. And people think that makes them strong, but if you look at today's society, everybody's depressed, everybody's anxious, and everybody is sick. Cancer rates are through the roof, and we have to ask ourselves why. Are the things that we're consuming and the things we're chasing helping us, or is it actually hurting us? So when you stop indulging in something, whether it's porn, whether it's food, whether it's instant gratification of social media, it could be a myriad of things, smoking, drinking, whatever your vices are. If you take a step back and you start fasting yourself from these things, two main things happen. You either, one, grow a greater respect for that why, such as for food. If you don't eat for 3 days and then you eat, you're a lot more attuned to the importance of food. Or two, you start to grow a resentment towards that thing, such as smoking or pornography. If you don't indulge in it for some time, you start to resent that why. So either way, you get something out of giving something up. And if you're able to free yourself and think more about how is this benefiting me? What do I get out of not indulging on my wants? And I'll tell you, what you get is internal discipline, you get a focused mind, and you get to understand yourself more. So true strength and being a true man, I genuinely believe, is all rooted in sacrifice, it's all rooted in discipline, and it's not gluttony. If you look at like modern day pop culture, if you look up rap, everybody's talking about the money, the hoes, and the clothes. That stuff is super weak. You're talking about materialistic things. I need this, I need that, I want her. That is so weak. That is so weak. For example, women. Women shouldn't necessarily be a part of what makes you a man. Women are just kind of a perk of being a man. Being a man means you stay rooted in your principles, your beliefs, your laws, your moral code. You do your own thing. You don't buy the car because the girl is going to get the attention. You don't buy the jewelry so the girl notices you. No, buy the jewelry because you want the jewelry. Buy the car because you want the car. You shouldn't be constantly indulging in things that's weak. Instead, you should give up and sacrifice, because that teaches you discipline, that teaches you respect, and that teaches you understanding. And believe it or not, women are more attuned to men that stay rooted in their own principles than the men that give up their principles to satisfy the woman. I was talking with 5 of my friends last week on like Tuesday, and I said that I was like, guys, they started talking about porn. I was like, guys, you gotta cut that out of your life. Like that stuff's not good for you for a myriad of reasons. You gotta cut that out. And they kind of laughed at me. They're like, there's no way you don't watch porn. And I told them, I was like, no, I don't. I used to, and I cut that out of my life because it's toxic. And some of them laughed about it. Some of them like, oh, I could never do that. But then what I found was funny was by the end of the week, 3 of those 5 friends messaged me saying either, why am I having such a hard time quitting porn? Why am I having such a hard time not even feeling tempted to look at porn? And third of all, like, how did you do it? Why can't I do it? Which is, I find that funny only because they were laughing about it in the group, but when they stepped out of that group and they came to me privately, they wanted to understand what I understood. And that's awesome. That's what I want. I want to empower myself and those around me, and that means teaching, because not everybody knows. I've said this about the truth. All will hear it. Many will reject it, but few will actually follow it. So anyway, I had private conversations with those guys, and if you're watching this, I hope you're staying disciplined in what you do. Don't be weak. But porn is just another example of modern day gluttony. You satisfy the flesh with food, or you satisfy the flesh with sex on a screen. Either way is disgusting because it's weak. It's just weak behavior. Bottom line, it's weak behavior. Chase after your own goals, stay rooted in your own principles. Discipline and sacrifice go hand in hand. That's how you grow stronger. That's how you grow the people around you stronger. Life's a battle. You won't win each day, but you can at least try. But the rest of the week is going to be a strange week for all of us. Know that God is with you. You'll find your strength in Him. And crush it. Go forth and crush it. Screw control. Gain it over your life. Empower yourself and those around you. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'm going to figure out what video I'm going to be posting later.